Alright, so seeing as it is the off season, the season is just around the corner though for the Jets. I've decided to start a potential series where something fun, where I look at some of the expansion teams over the years, like the Atlanta Flames or the St. Louis, all the teams that you know were expansion teams that came to the NHL. Don't know how far back I'm gonna go. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way down to like 1942. But you know, I'll do like if you guys have any requests, what teams you want me to do next, I'll do those. But I want to start somewhere in the middle of old and new with the Flames, the Atlanta Flames, who came into the league in 1972, only played 8 seasons in the NHL, making the playoffs surprisingly 6 out of 8 times, which is really good. But they lost in the first round every time they made the playoffs, which is not good. That's worse than the Winnipeg Jets, because we officially have won a playoff game, series, make that 2 series, and an extra game. It's pretty good. I mean, I know we've only made the playoffs three seasons out of 18, which is pretty bad. But hey, trust the Winnipeg Jets dynasty starts. It started last season, and I actually isn't the official like for a dynasty something like 3 championships in 4 years? I don't know. There's like an official for a dynasty. I don't really remember what it is. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So basically, the Atlanta Flames came into the league in 1972. In their first season, only 65 wins in 78 games because back then they were only played 78 games. They finished with 25 wins, 38 losses, 15 ties, and 65 points. So, for a expansion team, that's not awful. But if you're comparing them to the Golden Knights, which is the most recent expansion team, that's awful. So, hey, I personally don't feel like you can compare many expansion teams to the Golden Knights. It's what the Golden Knights did, as much as I hate to say it, because they did it to the Jets. It was crazy. It was, it was fun to watch until the conference finals. Then I was just like, okay, you know what? It's your first year in the NHL. We've been here for 8. Let us, let us move on. You guys, you guys can move on, right? You guys can move on a different year. But anyway, their best year in the NHL was 90 points, only 90 points, in 80 games, which was 1978-1979 season. Their second last season, and again lost in the first round. So, didn't really matter how many points they had in the season. They lost in the first round every time. In that best season, though, they had 41 wins, 31 losses, 8 ties. So, I mean, that's not like they were good. So that probably helps why fans didn't show up for their games. Because I'm looking at their attendance, and I like to go in depth with some of this stuff. The season they had 90 points, aka their best season, they had 11,000 people showing up to each game. Their final season in the NHL, before they left, they had 10,000 people, 10,000 people showing up to every game. Their peak was 14,000 people showing up to every game, and that was their second season in the NHL. Where, it wasn't even a good year for them. They finished under 500, made the playoffs, lost in the first round, but hey, what can I say? Atlanta, you know, I don't have any disrespect for Atlanta because, you gave us a team. Thank you. Well, you didn't give us. Chipman bought him from you because, you didn't really have any fans showing up to your games. But no disrespect, you guys just can't really keep an NHL team around. You can keep a the Falcons, they have good fans. The Hawks, I know they don't in the basketball. In the NBA, I don't think they have very good fans. But maybe Atlanta's just not really a sports city. They should have known that after the Flames collapsed. We'll look at their AHL affiliate was the Nova Scotia Voyagers, which is kind of cool. That was only for 75-76. Their total, if you add up all 8 seasons, they played 636 games, 268 wins, and 260 losses. So they finished over 500 totally, which, is technically successful. I believe their all-time leading scorer was something, I got his name here somewhere. Can't really remember it. It's Tom Lisiak, who played, 919 games in the NHL. He spent 6 seasons with the Flames, and then he spent the rest of his NHL career with the Blackhawks when the, or no, he didn't stay, he left the year before the Flames left. He went to play with Chicago, and since then, he really didn't, he was kind of he was never really that good. He was he was good. He averaged, I'd say, about 60 points. So he was a solid player, maybe like a solid second line, third line guy for the Blackhawks. He was picked second overall by the Flames in the 73 draft. And, yeah, he also played in the WHA for, he was drafted in the WHA, and he was also drafted in the NHL. I'm not going to get into that, it's kind of confusing. But, yeah. That's really all I have to say about the Atlanta Flames. It's not, I know this wasn't really a good and planned video, I just didn't make a video in 2 weeks, and I just decided, I'm just going to put something out there for my 2 subscribers to watch, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Every thumbs up is appreciated, and make sure to subscribe. If you have any expansion teams or any other videos that you want me to make, comment down below. And thank you guys so much. Bye.